Gimme Cocoa Pop. Look at all these creative emblems. That guy's using Treyarch's emblem as toilet paper.
Ooh, let me see that. I like the sounds of this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Whatever. Don't make fun of my freaking gaming company. My favorite.
It's like you are Treyarch.
I am Treyarch. Bow down to me. I make your Call of Duties. I think I'm all big and bad because whatever. I used to make Spider-Man games.
Huh. That was a sweet Spider-Man game, though.
I wonder if they keep making Spider-Man games or who's in charge of those now.
No, they're making Spooderman games now.
Yeah, Treyarch's still making. My favorite Spooderman was Spooderman 2.
Spooderman.
You could get on the streets and like beat people up, whereas in the first one, like you touch the ground, you're like, no, I'm dead.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Did they make?
Yeah.
That was for like the PS1.
Oh, I had it for the Xbox. I have both of them. I think they both work with the console. I mean, the you know, because like some 360, some regular Xbox games work with some.
Yeah. I think Battlefront 2 is one, so that's one that I want to track down.
Yeah, I have that one.
Does it work? Like, can you confirm that?
Yeah.
Or is it different? Like, does the Slim have like new capabilities too?
The Slim might have more games.
Or I was thinking less, actually.
Oh, I thought the Elite had more. I think. I don't know. I know that. You can search it up on YouTube, I'm sure. Not YouTube, but Google's.
Yeah, Google is your friend.
I know that it works for mine. The only one that doesn't work for mine is Battlefront 1. I don't think Battlefront 1 works with mine.
Battlefront 1 was the best.
Do you hear that they're
By
releasing...
far, one of my best, like one of my favorite video games.
They're showcasing, they're showcasing the next Battlefront.
Seriously?
Yeah, at E3 this year.
Sweet.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. I'm running Olympia. I'm gonna see if I can do good with it, like I used to. Olympia used to be my main gun, yo.
Give me some like your favorite games.
What, for like the original Xbox or like the...
Anything.
Well, you know World at War is like my top favorite. Like, I wouldn't say of all-time games, but maybe like FPSs. Like, there's something about FPSs where like, is there like people say Call of Duty sucks and stuff. I'm like, well, I'd rather play this FPS than any other one.
That was really laggy.
The biggest game that I spent most of my time on, whenever I didn't have live, like I would play on the original Xbox, was definitely Counter-Strike with like the bots, and definitely like If I had to make a list of like my top 10 favorite games, both Star Wars Battlefronts would be on there somewhere.
I liked Battlefront 1. Battlefront 2, I didn't even feel like came close, but...
I like Battlefront 2 because it added the whole, like, you could play as, like, the Jedi or whatever, or the Sith.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And then they added those cool missions where, like, you could do strictly, like, Jedi versus Sith or whatever. You know,
I liked, Battlefront for, oh shoot, that's just Death Trap.
The thing I liked about Battlefront 2 more was that, you know how before all the classes were available at the start, like if you're playing as the droids, the Droideka was available right away, like the rolling dude. He was available right away, where he was kind of OP. So I loved how in Battlefront 2 they made it like kind of like a kill streak thing where you had to get a certain amount of points.
Enemy spy plane above.
That was really cool, and I like the cool Magma Guard dude they added as another dude. He was cool. Like, when it comes to Star Wars, my favorite thing is, like, the droids versus the clones. I'm not big on Rebels and the Empire. I'm more of, like, clones and droids. But the droids are really cool. Freaking Grievous was a legit boss.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I guess for me, like I said, I really love Battlefront 1. I would say that I still credit that as to like my original kind of, you know, almost like Call of Duty game, because playing it single player was like multiplayer.
Yeah, because that's basically
It was
what
it was like
is.
what's the bot mode in this game?
Combat training.
Yeah, that's essentially what it was.
It was fun, and it made you like it. The thing with that is it like I played the last tail bit of the original Xbox being up. I played multiplayer for it, and it was basically the same as playing with bots. Like the difficulty was pretty spot on, like combat training is.
Our counter spy planes in the air.
So I mean from that.
But I mean, like,
definitely was one of my favorite games, but also I think that, you know, until like Call of Duty and those sort of games came along, I don't know, I may still have more time logged on this game. Tony Hawk's Underground 1 was huge.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite skateboard game I had as a kid. I always got stuck on it though, like at a point where, like, when I was a kid, I would always get stuck at the first trick thing where that dude gives you your first like really like nice board.
Oh, Chad Muska.
Yeah, I would always get stuck on that part, and then like when I finally got to the final level where you jump the helicopter with the the board. That was cool.
Hawaii Hotel.
And not even to freaking mention the end where it wasn't ACDC, it was Kiss concert.
Oh yeah, that was like the bonus map.
Where you were in Australia or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was legit. Though I would say, like, I have a thing, like, where most of my games are based on nostalgia.
Oh, well, of course.
Yeah, well, so, like, the first game I had ever played console-wise, besides, like, arcades, was Crazy Taxi 3, or 2, or whatever, High Roller.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me.
Yeah, that was my first experience. It was really cool because, like, my dad was like, "You get a PlayStation 2 and I can get you a couple of games because they're cheaper. And Xbox, I won't be able to get you a game right away." And I was like, I still want the Xbox because my cousin had a PlayStation and I wanted something different. And so I bought it, and he actually came home and brought like 2 games home, and that was like one of them. And I spent most of my time on that, and it was really cool. But what was it? What was the game that? There was a game that I was gonna mention. Oh yeah. The first thing, because like back then I used to bowl like in a league, so I would have to go to the whole opposite side of Texas to bowl in like tournaments. So I always needed to bring like a handheld game with me.
Oh yeah.
So I had an old the Game Boy Advance and then the SP.
Oh
and
yeah,
the Color.
Game Boy Advance. That was sweet.
And the first, like, the gaming series, I know you don't like it, and you like joke around with me about it, but it was Pokemon. That's like what I played as a kid. Like,
well, I never got into like the Pokemon. Like, I know a lot of people, like, these are classic video games that they love. Like, this is childhood right here, but I never really got into the Pokemons or the Zelda.
Zelda was fun, you know. But like with Pokemon, the thing is that back when I played it, it was mainly like there was nothing about stats. It was straight like, oh, this Pokemon looks cool, I pick him up, and the only thing you had to worry about was type differences, like water strong against fire and stuff like that. But now that I think it was like Diamond and Pearl, maybe I might be getting this wrong, that started like competitive battling, and then you had to breed your Pokemon. You had to make sure that their stats were good, so that way when you fought people online, you did good. And I'm never into that. I just want to collect all of them. And now that there's like 600 and something,
catch them all.
Yeah, and like people talk about, well, I make teams with OP Pokemon because, you know, I want to be stronger than my opponents. I freaking find Pokemon that I love and I freaking train them. Because there's like some that their like designs are awesome, you know.
Like I said, my Game Boy Advance, like SP game would have to be Super Mario Kart.
Oh, Mario Kart was awesome.
But I wasn't much of a Nintendo kid. Like, I had a PS1.
Yeah.
Then I had an Xbox, then a 360, then a PS3, and then a 360 again, and now one.
I think I'm just an Xbox fanboy. Like, the first console I ever played was a PlayStation, like the original, and then I played 2, and then I owned the original Xbox, and I was like, wow, this is really good. And like then I bought the 360, and then I bought a PlayStation 3, and I was like, you know, like I don't see. The thing with me is I don't see a very big difference between the two, and there may be, I don't know, but I don't see a big difference between the two. With me, it's
Between
only
PS3 and Xbox.
yeah. I don't really see a big difference between them. I just see games, like besides exclusive.
Well, I mean, they're essentially the same, except for
Care
PlayStation
package ready. Show us where you want it.
originals and Xbox
And-
originals.
Yeah, the only thing that pushes me, besides Halo, I guess, that pushes me toward Xbox is the controller feels better in my hands.
Oh, yeah,
Then-
100%. But that's all
Because-
personal preference stuff, right? I
Trick,
guess it all is when it comes down to it.
the original Xbox didn't have bumpers or whatever.
Yeah.
But when they added bumpers, it helped because like I just like the feel of the trigger actually, like the trigger and bumper combination.
I guess I've
That's
always
why I
sort of
like
been
it.
Xbox because I got the PS1, but yeah,
Holy
and
freaking
got
Rex.
the Xbox One, so I guess that's it.
Yeah, I'm on fucking Xbox One.